In this video, I'm going to be telling you all about this one thing you can do to increase your hair growth, probably by double. You will get massive hair growth by doing this one thing, and it is my favorite protective style, which is twists. I'm going to tell you how to protect your hair with them, exactly how to do them, a full demonstration, and all the benefits. So if that seems like something you might be interested in, make sure you stay all the way till the end. My name is Angelica. I post videos twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays, all about growing your natural hair, a little bit of skincare, and some fun here and there. So if that seems like something you might be interested in, consider subscribing. The subscription button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every single time I post. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so this is my favorite protective style, and it is twists, and this can give you literally massive hair growth, and you can style it if you want. As you can see, if you see any white patches, it's because I just finished doing the twists and my hair is still a little wet. But this, I guarantee, will give you amazing hair growth. You can keep this hairstyle in for 3 to 4 weeks, or let me say 2 to 4 weeks, but it's up to you how short or long you want to keep them in. The bigger the twists, the shorter time you can keep them, because they unravel and look more messy quicker. So now let's get straight into the demonstration, and I'll explain the benefits while we are doing the demonstration. So let's get into that. Enjoy. Okay, so this is not actually the demonstration that I did the first time, because as I was editing, I realized that I lost the footage. So I'm just resampling on this one twist at the back. It's been a couple days. You can see my hair is looking rough. The twists are just like put up in a bun. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do on this section, and then you see how I finish up the rest of the head. So as you can see, this hair is dry. It is of course already detangled, but I'm going to detangle it again, as it has been twisted for about almost 2 weeks now, and I'm just going to detangle it for the purpose of this video, so I'm only going to do this one. So you start with your rose water or plain water, it doesn't matter. If you want to see how I make my rose water, I did post a video on that recently, so you can just check that out. So first I just make my hair nice and damp. Remember, with any protective style or just any style in general, you really want to pay attention to your ends, because you don't want them to get damaged. You don't want them to break off during the process of doing the protective style, because that kind of defeats the purpose. And as you are undoing the protective style, if you start to see like short pieces of hair coming out as you're undoing it, that's because your hair was either breaking as you were undoing the protective style or as you were putting it in. So you don't want that. Then I take my leave-in conditioner, and I'm using my favorite one of the moment, the Moisture Miracle African Pride one. It is a leave-in cream, and it is on the thicker side. So I do keep my twists in for 2 to 3 weeks when they're this size. So I try to be quite generous with my product, but not too generous. Because again, I don't want my hair to just be so saturated that like it's not even, what's the word I can use? That it's clogging my follicles, and that my hair shaft just has a crazy amount of buildup. So I always start from the ends and work my way to the root, and my hair has basically absorbed it already, so I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more to my root section. Okay, so the hair is nicely moisturized. It's got the water, it's got the rose water, and it's got the leave-in cream. Now I'm going to seal that all in with an oil. Now you notice as the video progresses, I was using my oil mix that I keep in here, but it has just finished, so I'm going to be just using some plain almond oil to seal it in. And I also don't like to soak my hair in oils. I hate the way my hair feels, and I don't want my pillow to be like saturated in oils. And once your hair absorbs the amount of oil that it needs, any excess is just going to sit on top, and it's going to go onto your pillowcase or evaporate, whatever. It's just going to disappear. So there's really no need to put more than you actually need. So I'm just rubbing that between my palms, as you can see. Then again, I do the same thing. I start with the ends to make sure they are nicely coated. And then I work my way up to the roots. My hands look completely dry, which means that my hair absorbed all the oil and there's not too much excess. So once it's like this, I go ahead and take my black diamond brush. I think this is the best one. And all the products I'm mentioning in this video will be linked in the description box below. I also recently just started an Amazon storefront, which means I just put a place where like literally all the hair products and whatever other products I like are put in one place, so that you don't have to like be like, oh, what are her favorite oils? Let me find her oil video. I literally just put everything that I like that I've mentioned in a video before in that. I think it's called an Amazon storefront. You'll find the link in the description box below if you want to check that out. Just note that those are affiliate links, which means at no extra cost to you, I might get a little percentage if you buy something, which will just help promote this channel, support this channel. As you know, this is my only source of income right now since I quit my job. I don't regret it one bit. Okay, so now my hair is completely detangled. I like it to be completely nice and smooth so that when I pull my hair like this, my hair shaft is nice and smooth. I try and get even sections, like as even as possible. And the reason for this is that I don't want to start getting pieces from one twist to finish off the twist so it doesn't unravel. That might not make sense, but as I'm doing the twist, you see what I mean. So I try to get like from the top going down so that the hair is evenly distributed. So like that, that's still not even. I need to take a little bit more. And then I start twisting. Now I get a lot of questions on how I twist. I don't just twist straight down like I'm twisting a string. What I do is, first of all, I kind of hold the roots quite taut because I want them to be like as tight as they can be for, a couple of days, but not tight that it's pulling at my scalp in any uncomfortable way. Then every time I twist both strands away from each other like that. So I keep going, twist away, twist together, twist away, then together. So that's how I twist so that it doesn't unravel. And once you start to feel like the hair is becoming a little too thick at the ends and getting a little hard to twist, you can go ahead and just comb those out again with your Denman brush to make sure that your twist doesn't unravel. It just makes the hair kind of thinner. So you can see all the way as I'm going down, there's still even sections of hair. So what I meant was from getting here is like sometimes one strand will finish here and you have to break a piece off the other side of your twist to make sure that it goes all the way down. And that can cause excess friction when you are unraveling your hair. And if you decide to wear your hair as a twist out, it's going to cause more frizz. So once I reach this point, there's just like about an inch or less than an inch of hair left. I do not twist that into a tiny twist all the way down because that can cause tangling and knotting at the end of the braid and you'll lose the hair. So what I do at this point is I put the hair together like this and then I wrap it, twist it, coil it around my finger, and then it just curls itself. So now I think the video is going to continue from where I'm about like here. And I did exactly what I did to this twist to every other twist in my hair. Let's get to the rest of that. So as you saw, I thoroughly moisturized my hair and thoroughly detangled my hair to reduce the amount of shedding and breakage when it's time to do the untwisting. Now, some things that people don't take into consideration is that even if you're doing the exact same thing as me, there's a chance that you're not doing it properly. For example, every time you want to make a part in your hair, you use a comb like this, a tiny rat tail comb, and you probably even comb through your hair with that. That is already a way you're damaging your hair during the process. You're adding too much manipulation and breakage. You're already breaking and damaging your hair before you even start protecting it. And then when you're doing the twists, maybe you pull your hair very roughly when you're doing the twists, and you twist them so tiny at the end to the point where they're extremely tangled and it is hard to take them out. You want to make sure you avoid that and just twist the exact same way I was showing you in this video, and I guarantee you will see amazing results. Because I say this all the time, you can't do too much to speed up your hair growth, but you can do a lot to keep the hair that you're actually growing, and that's where the length comes in, not from forcing the hair to grow very fast. I have easy access to my scalp when I want to add moisture, when I want to add oil. I can wash my hair in the twist, so it is very easy and very quick. If a twist happens to unravel and I have to retwist it, it is very low manipulation. I don't have to detangle and do a bunch of things to my hair again. I can just easily retwist it, and it is even less evasive than a braid. And then as my hair is in the twists, I do not purposefully retwist them, take them out and retwist them. I moisturize my hair just like this in the twists, and in a second, I'm actually going to give you the demonstration of this, because I know a lot of times I would just say, make sure you moisturize your hair in between your style, but I don't actually show it. So this is like the key step that actually makes you retain your length while your hair is in the protective style. So stay tuned. In a couple minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. And then when I sleep, I always sleep with a satin bonnet on, even while my hair is in the twists. I don't sleep with my hair tied. I always take it out. And then throughout the week, if I want my hair to kind of look neat, then I will tie it like this. If not, if I'm just in the house, I'm just going to leave my twists down. So now I'm going to take this down, show you how I wear my bonnet, and I'm also going to show you how to moisturize your hair. So this is what the twists are looking like a couple days later. So to sleep with, I do not tie my hair with a satin scarf, because that's too much friction on my scalp, even if it is made out of satin. If I don't need to tie anything around my hairline, I prefer just not to. So I would just take my little satin bonnet, and I always like the ones that are flat on the hairline here, because they cause less damage and friction on the hairline than the ones that are pleated. So I go ahead and just put it on like this. Pull it back. And then I go to sleep with my hair like this. My hair stays nice and moisturized because my pillowcase is satin, my bonnet is satin, it doesn't fall off my hair, and my twists also don't get frizzy and unravel themselves. So now let me show you how I moisturize my hair throughout the week. It is extremely easy and so fast. So I usually just do it in two sections. I'll divide my hair into two like this. So what I will do is I would get some water first. Sometimes I'll use a leave-in conditioner, sometimes I won't. But what I like to do, especially what I'll be doing right now, is using this rose water. If you want to see a video on how I make my rose water, I will link it in the eye right here so you can check that out. So what I do is I just spray this kind of generously all over my hair, and I start with one side only because I think it makes me have better access to my hair. So I just first of all hold my twists like this, because I kind of like to get in the roots as well to moisturize that part. So I'll hold my twists like this and just spray so that it's going to my scalp and on my twists. Then I spray my ends. And then I do this. So you don't want to make your hair wet, you just want to make the twists damp and moisturized. So if you have like a braid spray or like a leave-in spray, you could use that instead at this point. Then I do the same on the other side. Hold my braids up. Now if your twists, if your twists are much shorter than mine, you can make more sections, or you can just lift the braids up and spray that way. So I do the same this side. And I find that doing this for me also just reduces the amount of frizz, so I can keep the twists in longer. I don't like rub aggressively or anything like that. I just push it into the hair. Then when I feel like my braids are saturated enough, I go around the perimeter of my entire hairline. If you can see, I have no gel on my hairline. It is literally just moisturizer, and I tied a satin scarf around my hairline just to make my edges lay flat. I don't put any gel because the purpose of this hairstyle is to try and grow my hair. So I do as little manipulation and anything that can dry it as possible. So now I can feel everywhere. Make sure you touch inside your hair. Make sure you moisturize it. Push the product in the water, the leave-in. And if there's any dry patches and you feel like your hair is dry in any specific patch, you can just go in and spray a little more there. So can you guys see as I'm doing this, some of the twists are kind of unraveling, and because I didn't unravel them myself, that is totally fine. I'm not going to worry about retwisting them. I will retwist them, but I didn't unravel them. They were just so soft that they came out. There's nothing wrong with that. So then I'm going to take my oil mix and just pour some into my hands. You really don't need that much. And I focus this on my ends first, because that is the oldest part of your hair and where you need to keep the most hair. That's what will make your hair longer, because your hair usually breaks off from the ends. So I still have some oil left on my hands. And then what I will do now is I will go ahead and oil my scalp. Okay, this oil is finished. Okay, so now I'm using another oil mix. I don't want to show it because I want to do a video on this, so you guys are going to see it. But anyway, at this stage, this is when I would now oil my scalp. So once that is all done, now this is the stage where if anything needs retwisting, I'll go ahead and retwist it. So this one came out and you can see I'm very gently retwisting, and in the same sections. I will not make another part or try to detangle or do anything like that. Just exactly how it came out is how I'm going to retwist it, and I don't retwist it tight as well. So you guys can see that looks very moisturized. So that's one. This one has got a little loose. I'm not going to loosen it any more than it already has loosened. I'm just going to continue twisting it down. And you guys can see there's absolutely no shed hairs coming out or anything like that, because I haven't added any extra manipulation. Okay, so now that is done, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a scalp massage to make sure the oil is nice and evenly distributed, and also that so that my scalp is stimulated. If you don't close your eyes while you're giving yourself a scalp massage, you are missing out. I do not use my nails. I only use the pads of my fingers. So I would usually do this in the evening because your hair is in the best repairing process when you are going to sleep. But if I am going somewhere and I just want my hair to look neat, I would just not do this thoroughly. I would just spray a little bit of water everywhere, put a little bit of oil in my hands and just rub it over, and then just brush my hairline down and tie it. And then in the evening, that's when I'll go ahead and do something thorough like what I've done. So you guys can see my twists look so nice and moisturized, and this is how I keep them throughout the weeks. And this is the part that makes your hair grow so fast, because a lot of people will be like, well, I did everything you said, I twisted them, I did everything and it seemed like it was working, and then after that, like 2 weeks pass and then you just forget about everything, you don't do anything, and then your hair gets damaged. And please, you do not have to do this every single day, because that can also cause unnecessary damage. It's also a form of manipulation, very mild manipulation, but it is a form of manipulation, and your hair just doesn't need it. So now at this point, I'll just go ahead and tie my braids again, very loosely, because that's just how I'm wearing them today. So I tied it once, twist over once, and that is done. And I'll just keep my braids like this. If I want to leave them in a bonnet, I'll put them in a bonnet. This is the best way. This is the time. I promise you guys. Everything you did before, if you already kind of were rough with your hair and did whatever you did as you were twisting your hair, this is the time to let your hair stay calm, to do its thing, leave it alone, let it grow, moisturize your hair when it is dry. It is absolutely not necessary to do this every single day. It's been about 5 days since I did my twists, and now I'm moisturizing my hair. If my hair felt dry after 3 days, and I mean like very dry, then I would moisturize it. But you can see my hair looks nice and soft and moisturized. It is oiled. I have done everything. There is no need for me to do this tomorrow. I'm probably gonna have to wait another 4 days before I have to do this again, or probably on my wash day when I wash my hair, I'll go ahead and moisturize it without untwisting, only retwisting what unravels itself. So let me know if this video helped you. Are you going to try this protective style, or what is your favorite protective style? Let me know in the comment section below. I've been doing twists for a very long time. I just used to do the big twists, but since I started doing the small twists, they work even better and I'm so happy with them. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Hit my face right there if you didn't subscribe in the beginning, and hit the bell. Also, if you want some tips on how to start a YouTube channel and just stuff like that, subscribe to my other channel here and watch the 2 videos on the side of the screen right here. If you'd like to see any of my older videos, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!